What happens when AI agents stop recommending databases and start provisioning them? Anthropic, OpenAI, Tesla, Meta, they all chose the same database. $15 billion valuation, 3,000 cloud customers, 250% ARR growth, and nobody's talking about it. Every major AI company runs on the same database, and nobody talks about it. Look at this. Anthropic, OpenAI, Tesla, Meta, weights and biases, LangChain, Vercel, Lovable, Sierra, Decagon. All of them run on ClickHouse. Why? Because AI workloads are fundamentally different from traditional apps. You're not doing simple reads and writes. You're running analytical queries across billions of rows of telemetry, embeddings, and logs. You need sub-second latency on wide event data with high cardinality. ClickHouse is an OLAP database. It's column-oriented, which means it reads only the columns you actually need. That gives you 10 to 20x compression and queries that finish before your coffee gets cold. Traditional row-based databases like Postgres are built for transactions, for inserting one user at a time. ClickHouse is built for scanning petabytes in real time. That's the architectural difference, and that's why every AI company lands here. Here's how this happened. 2009, Alexei Milovidov is at Yandex, the Google of Russia. He needs a database that can handle petabytes of clickstream data. Nothing works, so he builds one from scratch. ClickHouse, short for Clickstream Data Warehouse. 7 years later, 2016, Yandex open sources it. It immediately goes viral. Uber migrates their logging infrastructure. eBay, Disney, Comcast, Deutsche Bank follow. Then Aaron Katz notices it eating observability workloads at his previous company. 2021, he convinces Alexei to leave Yandex, move the team from Moscow to Amsterdam, and form a company. The seed round? $50 million. No pitch deck, no product, no customers, no revenue. Possibly the largest pre-seed in enterprise software history. Why did investors say yes? Because thousands of companies were already running ClickHouse in production. Then came $250 million more. Then a $400 million Series D in January 2026. Valuation? $15 billion. 6 weeks after the team moved to Amsterdam, Russia invaded Ukraine. Aaron had already cut all ties. That decision saved the company. ClickHouse isn't just growing. It's making 3 strategic moves that could reshape the entire data stack. Move 1. ClickStack. They acquired HyperDX in March 2025 and built ClickStack, an open-source observability platform. ClickHouse plus OpenTelemetry plus a beautiful UI. 200x more cost-effective than Datadog. Aaron's own story is wild. He was spending 7 figures on Datadog before ClickHouse even had revenue. When he tried to migrate off, his engineers nearly mutinied. They called Datadog heroin. That's how sticky observability products are. Move 2. The Langfuse acquisition. January 2026, same day as the Series D. Langfuse is the leading open-source LLM observability platform. 2,000 paying customers, 19 of the Fortune 50. And it was already built on ClickHouse under the hood. As AI agents get more complex, observability becomes the bottleneck. ClickHouse now owns that entire layer for free. Managed Postgres. They partnered with UbiCloud, founded by the team behind Citus Data, Heroku, and Microsoft. Postgres for your transactions, ClickHouse for your analytics. One vendor, one bill, one stack. Private preview now, generally available by end of 2026. Here's why this matters. An AI agent can now provision one vendor for everything. Transactions, analytics, and observability. Let's talk competition. ClickHouse versus Snowflake. ClickHouse runs 2x faster queries with 3 to 5x better compression. Snowflake is batch-oriented. ClickHouse is real-time. If you need dashboards that update in milliseconds, not minutes, ClickHouse wins. ClickHouse versus Databricks. Different philosophy. Databricks is the lakehouse. ClickHouse is the speed layer. Many companies use both. ClickHouse versus Datadog. This is the spicy one. ClickStack is 200x cheaper for self-hosted observability. You lose some of Datadog's polish, but you gain full control and massive cost savings. ClickHouse versus BigQuery and Redshift. Cloud agnostic versus vendor lock-in. If you're multi-cloud or want to avoid AWS and Google dependencies, ClickHouse is the play. Now, where ClickHouse is not the right choice. Simple CRUD apps? Use Postgres. Small data under 1 million rows? Overkill. Want a fully managed BI tool out of the box? Look elsewhere. But for real-time analytics at scale, nothing comes close. Now here's the part nobody is talking about. LangChain said something at ClickHouse's user conference that should make every SaaS founder nervous. Quote, "I'm thinking about a world where these agents are actually selecting and provisioning the infrastructure behind an application." End quote. Think about what that means. Right now, if you ask Claude what database to use for real-time analytics at scale, it recommends ClickHouse. Anthropic's own team asked Claude, and Claude suggested ClickHouse for their use case. A European fintech CEO told Aaron that every LLM he asked recommended ClickHouse. But here's the next step. Agents won't just recommend, they'll provision. An agent gets a task. Build me an analytics pipeline. It evaluates the options. It selects ClickHouse. It provisions a service via MCP, the Model Context Protocol. It deploys. No human made a purchasing decision. MCP is like USB-C for AI. It lets agents talk directly to databases, APIs, and infrastructure. And ClickHouse already has an MCP server. If agents are the buyers, beautiful UIs stop mattering. Price and performance win. ClickHouse wins on both. Companies designing for agents, not humans, are going to get a lot of lift. That's a direct quote. And it should terrify every SaaS company whose moat is a pretty dashboard. 5 lessons every AI engineer should steal from the ClickHouse playbook. 1. Open source is the best go-to-market. Thousands of companies were using ClickHouse before the company even existed. No sales team needed. 2. Meet developers where they are. No golf dinners, no enterprise sales theater. Just fix problems fast. Aaron built a Slack channel with his top engineers, including the creator of ClickHouse, and made customers successful before competitors could even scope the project. 3. Own the full stack. Analytics plus observability plus transactions equals one vendor. That's the convergence play. 4. Build for agents, not just humans. MCP servers, natural language queries, auto-provisioning. The next buyer might be a machine. 5. Survive the cycles. The SVB bank run story says it all. Aaron wired $100 million with 30 minutes to spare. 30 minutes later, the banking system went down. That's the kind of decisiveness that separates companies that survive from companies that don't. The database wars aren't over, they're just getting started. And this time, the buyer isn't human. Which database is your stack running on? Drop it in the comments. And if this breakdown saved you hours of research, subscribe. We go deep on the infrastructure that powers AI.